We spent a little time going through Old Town yesterday, and that's where we ended, was at the hardware store, and I thought, well, let's go next door to the grocery store. I wasn't really intending to spend a bunch of time in Old Town, old part of town, I don't know, whatever this is. And I said as much on the last one, I think. I didn't, well, I meant to. And while I really don't want to, we haven't been in one of these yet, so as far as I'm concerned, this is fair game. This is, this is a whole brand new building, and since this one has a little extra layer of protection, it does make me curious. What are we going to find in here? Because it had a doubly reinforced door, where most doors thus far, that was right over her head, and I knew it would be, have not been reinforced up to metal. They've mostly, I think, they've mostly just been wood. So we'll get rid of our welcoming party here. That was a shoulder shot, I'm pretty sure, but he went down just the same. And we'll see what we have in here. I'm kind of hoping that there will be a little bit of food or some seeds or something in here. Because that... oh, crap. You... Alright. Just switch to a weapon that will do something. And in a hurry, please. Where did you come from? I have no idea where that zombie came from. Did not hear it. That is one thing I am not enjoying thus far about Alpha 16 is the zombies are just super stealthy. I mean, so are players, so it's only fair, right? I guess. But man, that part I am not enjoying. And maybe you heard it and I didn't because I have a fan running in my room. So I should say it very well could be I'm just not paying close enough attention to all the sounds. But I'm pretty sure I'm not hearing these guys. Alright, we have a Big Mama Zombie in there. I forget what her actual name is in the files. It's not Big Mama Zombie, though. Hungry Zombie, there you go. What was that, anyway? Iron shovel, okay. Just making sure it wasn't like some random lucky steel shovel at an incredibly early point of the game. And we're barely into day 10 here. Well, I guess technically we're mostly through day 10, but you know what I mean. We're still pretty early into the game overall, so not expecting to find steel stuff, but I guess who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Okay, let's reload this guy, even though we don't really need to. Doesn't hurt to be prepared just in case, because I haven't the slightest clue what's up here at this point. Like, I genuinely have no idea. Not expecting much, because these are pretty small POIs. They're small buildings, only a few rooms, not a lot in any of them. But still, you know, doesn't hurt to be cautious, or at least relatively so. How you doing, kitty? Welcome back. We'll take a can of chili, that's fine. That sounded like an explosion, so I'm guessing someone lit up the barrel behind the building. Oh, that's a big horde of zombies coming through. Okay. Can I do that and get to this guy? I don't really want to stick around and fight that horde of zombies. I mean, it's about to be zombie run a clock and all that, blah, blah, blah. We need some health, first off. Like, I don't care whether you're talking about it's middle of the day, it's about to be zombie run a clock. We need a little bit of health, so we've got to kind of take care of some other things before we get into any additional trouble. So here, we'll make some more iron crossbow bolts, scrap a few things. I think we can just scrap those guys, and then we'll have to take those, scrap them, put those in there. Let's go ahead and eat the chili right now. We'll take a goldenrod tea, because we need to drink some water. Come on, game. Come on. And crap, I guess we need another one. At some point we did hit 99. I don't remember that. There we go. That's not too shabby. That gives us a little bit of space to play with. Not a lot, but it's something. So we will get a little more health back here over time. It's not going to be a ton. We're not going to get back to full health, but we'll get there. I think we already have a mining helmet, right? Yeah. That's a better one, though. Sort of. No, it is entirely better. Okay, good. I don't know. Do we go with night vision or do we go with... Okay, you do see me. Okay, I just needed to make sure. So the question is, do you see night vision goggles? I remember. I guess for out here, we probably should be wearing this because it is cold. That is one of the kind of interesting things about this version of the game is I don't think the insulation system works as well as current version. Now, granted, we have a ton of points we could spend here, and that's actually a good one because that's going to be wellness up. But I want to say there's another one that impacts... Oh, we need to spend some science points too, we really do. That impacts insulation and all of that, and maybe I'm thinking of later versions of the game. We do still have 22 points to spend. Probably should put a few points into melee traps and generator bank and electricity and all that. 'Cause I think we've talked about this, if I remember correctly. This version of the game, specifically Alpha 16, not 16.4, is where... Oh man, we are so close to another Quality Joe. Is where electricity was added to the game. I think I have that correct. So it might be kind of fun to play with that a little bit. I'm not opposed to that one. We can put 5 points in there. I mean, it's a little bit of extra damage. In the grand scheme of things, when you look at it, it's going to be an extra 1.7 damage, roughly, assuming that that is a pre-bonus version or a pre-bonus value right there. So it's not going to be a huge increase, but that stuff does add up. I mean, over the course of several rounds, you're going to get a lot of extra kills out of that. Or over time, I guess. Maybe not over several rounds. Over many rounds, not several. Yep, I hear you, kitty. You alright? She's just readjusting. But anyway, it is kind of an interesting thing. I'm just going back to the thought about insulation and all of that. Because we're kind of bouncing around from multiple areas from one to another, we do really... Wow, it's amazing. Those are crap. Have to be cognizant, at least, of switching clothing around. If we're going from cold area to warm area, I mean, granted, you still have to do that in the current game, but I think to a lesser degree. I love this old version of the game for... Actually, hold on, let me just look at it. Yeah, you're all trash. For being able to do that. We just instantly got another 15 rounds by disassembling that gun. And I'm trying to remember, I think you have to disassemble it before you scrap it. And if you don't, you scrap the rounds in it too. I might have that wrong, it's been a while. But somewhere in my memory banks, there's something like that kicking around. Okay, we got a zombie in the corner there, so let's get rid of you. I gotta say, man, these night vision goggles are just delightful. Those are aviator goggles. They're not going to do anything for us, so we'll just get rid of them. Wow, 3 repair kits. That's huge. Because we need to use one of them very shortly here for the knife. Granted, we're probably not going to get a lot of knife action in during the nighttime hours here. That just doesn't seem likely to me, but guess you never know. Gonna go through the wall, of course. That's the better way to go. Certainly the more defensible way to do it, because then you can do things like that. Okay, now let's be smart here. Okay. All that stuff is nicely reinforced. It's not perfect. It's not going to stop them forever. But it'll be enough. It will be enough. Well, this one's going to be the problem here. Let's go to regular light. You can see her better that way. And we don't really care about stealth as much right now. That's going to downgrade, if I remember correctly. There we go. Actually, I think what we can do is we can do a nice stealth shot right there. So yeah, this has to downgrade, which means we got like all the time in the world for this. That's one of the fun things about Alpha 16. I mean, in some respects, it kind of makes the game a little easy to cheese. It does make it a little easier to do stuff, but man, I've always kind of liked the idea of the downgrading of materials. I understand why they don't do it today, current versions. I mean, it does make things ridiculously tanky. So there's kind of that, but I've always kind of enjoyed it. I don't know, there's just something kind of fun about it. I think we can probably eat both of these jams. We're going to be 100%. It'll be a little bit of a waste, but that's all right. Not much of a waste, a little bit though. Then, wow, let's go ahead and hack open this guy. It should take a little while, but it should be like 49 or 48 swings. It'll still be 49 or 50. Somewhere along the way there, mining tools skill increased by 1, and it went from doing 51 a swing to a little more, technically. Oh my gosh, I just spent all of yesterday saying there's no compound bow. And I was certain there was, but I couldn't find it, but I also couldn't find a workbench to confirm. Oh yeah. Slash me is a happy camper, even if that's a crap bow. 29 entity damage versus 36. Considerably less damage, right? I mean, well, maybe not considerably, but fair amount, really. I mean, 25%-ish less. Man, I don't even care. Don't even care. This crossbow is going the crap away as soon as it possibly can. Crossbow, you suck, I hate you. And thank you for your loyal service. It has been greatly appreciated, but you're no longer needed. Sorry, is that too harsh? I'm just being real. I don't like the crossbow in this game. There was a time when I did. That time has long since passed. I've been okay with it, but I've not been enjoying it. Compound bow? No, I'm in. I'm in. Oh, goodness. I want all these things. Okay, so we need to go back outside here, which means I need to figure out where that is. So, front door, I think, is how we came in. Let's turn off the light. And we'll switch to night vision, because I'm thinking we won't be seen with night vision. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, half of what I'm doing is an experiment. Here, let's take this guy out, and then we can stack our taters. Do some tater stacking. Swap that guy out. Boom, that takes you to an even 200. That's not too shabby. I'm keeping the cooking grill intentionally. Not that I think we have a long-term use for it. But it would be nice to have an additional cooking spot so we could do one for food, one for water stuff, one for other things if we're still trying to work our way up to being able to have a chemistry station, just kind of that sort of thing. And also I'd like to keep the anvil around just because those require a bunch of iron to make, to craft, to forge, to whatever. And it would be nice to be able to keep that around for use at a later time as well. Okay, so back into the kitchen. Pretty sure the kitchen is quiet right now. Those arrowheads are probably going to be turned into arrows, like actual arrows. Here, I want to go back to this guy. I find this more pleasing to look at, even if it's not as safe. I just find this more aesthetically pleasing rather than this constant blue mess. I don't know. I think this is probably the more dangerous way to go too. So there's that. You're welcome. We are going to need to go back to base before too long here. We're basically... Oof. That's a good find right there. We're basically at max everything. I mean, really. I think I put the wrench in the bike for some reason. I don't know why. Why would I do that? Take that. We can take that. I'm not going to worry about the coffee beans. Coffee beans. There you go. Whatever they are. I'm just... Here. Scrap those guys. We have enough iron, brass, lead, all those things that I'm not overly concerned with not getting a few casings. I mean, really. We can just make a few more if we really need to. Here, let's switch back to this guy. Oh, I didn't put it in the bike because we didn't bring one. Really? Okay. That one can be trashed, so there's no need to be carrying that still. I don't know, I didn't do a very good job with all this stuff. Like, that one bandage doesn't really matter. There are other things we could trash, get rid of, whatever. Where's the hunting rifle? Here, let's... I should have done this when we swapped out the barrel, but... Duh. So we can scrap that guy. This can go back in the bike. Just like that, we have more space, and we'll not eat the blueberry because we might turn it into a pie. That seems legit, right? So if we keep going that direction, that's basically exploring, so... Oh man, here. Let's do that. That way we can actually see, because... Blue mess and all of that. There is something across the way. You see that right above the player's head? All the way out there. There's something over there. We've got some sort of McMansion or something over here. I don't know if it's a mansion or if it's oh yeah, it's a McMansion right there. So we got a big mansion with the playground. Oh, I vaguely want to say I remember that POI now that I see the playground in the back. Okay, trying to be careful here and not put the bike in the water, because that would be bad. That's the headlight from the bike. That's the player's headlight. Because it was a thing that when you get on the bike, and I don't remember, is it still a thing? Whatever direction you were facing, if you had your personal headlamp on, that's the direction it would still shine the light. Weird thing, right? I know. Whatever. It is what it is. Here, we'll get back up to the street. And then I don't remember if there's much else back here. I think we've already kind of explored everything that way. So let's go up this way to the gas station. Or restaurant, whatever this is. The gasteraunt. What are you? You're a Hurry Harry's, and then we've got a Loan and Pawn and etc. over here. I'll be honest, I'm tempted to go in that one and go upstairs. I think we have the stopping power we need at this point to take down an irradiated zombie or two. But I'm not sure it's a good idea, and I also don't know that we have enough inventory space. That could be a problem. I might need to get rid of some stuff like lead and leather, because who cares about that? I mean, the 5 and the 2 can probably get rid of those. I don't know. That's a tough call. How you doing? Yeah, I know. That... Oh, gosh, come on. Click, 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 click. Okay. Okay. Going to very calmly find the bandage and use it. Should probably just use that first aid kit, really. Boy. I knew I had that headlamp on and he would see it. Just got distracted. Got distracted. Well, we'll pick up on the next one, whether we're going to go in there or whether we go back to base. That is the decision that needs to be made. We'll find out on that one. Until then, thanks for watching. See you later.